As a performer, I think it's difficult sometimes. Not only because I don't get a chance to do as much of the performance that I would like. I find that I'm getting more and more, which is fantastic. But that aside, what's really difficult is that I find that sometimes when I see other performers, and it doesn't matter what the performance is, whether it's something that I do or something that I don't, some performers inspire me, and other performers discourage me. And it's not necessarily that anybody's doing anything wrong, and it can be a good performance, it can be a bad performance. There are times in which I see a great performance of something, and I'll see it, and I'll think, that is absolutely something that I can do, something that I can achieve. That was a fantastic performance. I enjoyed it. Everybody enjoyed it. Yes, this is why I like to do this. This is why I like to go in front of people and do my best to entertain them. And that's fantastic. And sometimes there can be a bad performance where maybe not even terrible, just not great. And I'll think in my head, okay, there are some things that I think they could tweak. I'm not going to tell them because they're not asking for my opinion. But these are some things that maybe I don't think are great. Yes, I can do this. They're here. They have this audience. They have this attention. In many cases, the people are still enjoying the show, but I feel like I can do these certain aspects better. So again, that's more of an inspiration. Like, yes, I can do this. I can work on this. This is what I want. This is what I need. And then there are some fantastic performances that I see that, oh God, it breaks my heart kind of how good they're doing, because it's, why do I even bother? I mean, you just see this huge, magnificent thing, and like it is so grand and so huge, and it's amazing. Like, you have to have a team of people to be able to achieve that thing, as well as that one person. Sometimes that person's just stupidly good, just unrealistically crazy good, and which is great, because clearly that's a lot of hard work on their end. But it's like, why do I bother? Why do I even think that I could try to aspire to do this thing when there are fantastic performances like this out there? And it's weird, it's tough. I mean, it's stupid to be like, oh, woe is me, there's good entertainment out there. But, and I've heard this from other performers as well, that sometimes you see something and it's just, that is so good. Who am I? What am I doing? And I think back to when I was even younger, and I had a tremendous fire for just consuming and creating material, just creating all sorts of stuff, before I guess I got unintentionally discouraged from some stuff. I'm still kind of trying to get that back. I'm still slowly kind of trying to build that fire back up. You guys are a huge part of helping to get that back. You really are. You're a huge help, so thank you for that. But no. It's weird. Sometimes, yes, and sometimes, God. But I guess that's just how life is. So, I guess we'll strive to do the best we can, and let's get this show rolling. Hello, and welcome back. Thank you for coming back to another episode here of Rich Does a Thing. We have a really interesting, fun-filled episode this time, including some of this. That's right. What that means is that years ago I had this idea where I had all these matchbooks laying around, and I didn't really have any need or use for them. So I took all the match heads, and I put the match heads inside a little tin, one of the 100 grand tin. It was a whole bunch of match heads. I forget exactly how many were in there. I counted before we actually did it, but it was something like at least a couple hundred match heads. Just, the tiniest layer in the bottom of this tin. But so anyway, I had all these match heads sitting there like, man, this would be really cool if we lit this on fire. And I've just been holding it aside for an occasion. And guess what? You are an occasion. Now, granted, we've been doing this a few months, but it's been in the back of storage. It's been sitting somewhere just silently calling out to be burned. And, well, we're going to do that for you. At the end. I know, I'm terrible. We actually have some really cool stuff, including we have some Florida man stories that I've either been discovering or have been thrust upon me. We also got a whole bunch of new types of soda that Jessie and Claire and I are going to be trying. We've had a backlog of soda to deal with, so we've got all that stuff. So, all right, let's get started with the Florida man stories. I've heard that we've got some really cool stuff. So, I've missed you. It's been a while, because yeah, we got the banner, which is super cool. But how have you been? You don't talk. You're mechanical. Fine. So yes, we have a couple of Florida man stories that we get to share with you, and that is like the autobiography of Florida man. It's clearly two stories, but this first one's a big one. It's a long one. I feel like I need to have a sip. All right. Florida man story number 1. Florida woman rolls stolen vehicle after chasing her child's father through Eustis, with 14 charges pending. Wow. Okay, 14 charges pending, and this in like a half of a book of descriptor. All right. So, a Florida woman with 10 driver's license suspensions. They did not bury the lead. All right. A Florida woman with 10 driver's license suspensions is facing 14 criminal charges after she was accused of attacking her child's father, ramming the SUV he tried to escape in, and rolling over the stolen vehicle she was driving. Whew! Eustis police responded to a single vehicle rollover crash where a Florida woman told the police she was a passenger in the car, and the man driving fled the scene after the crash. Witnesses and surveillance video from a nearby home told a different story. According to an arrest affidavit, the car can be seen traveling at a high rate of speed down a street which has a posted speed limit of 25 miles per hour. When it attempts to make a right-hand turn, rolls on its side, and strikes a stop sign. Well, good. I guess they obeyed the stop sign because it hit the sign and stopped. Florida woman is then seen exiting the driver's side window, and no one else was in the vehicle. Troublesome. So, through the investigation, Eustis police found that Florida woman went into a home she had previously been trespassed from and started screaming at her child's father and punched him in the face. The same man she claimed was driving the Mercury when it rolled over. Okay, so she said her kid's dad was in the car. Oh, God, she hates him. A woman who is the mother of another one of the man's children. Oh, this is one of those. A woman who is the mother of another one of the man's children pulled up to collect a child support check, of course she did, with her boyfriend and 6 children, and the man jumped into that other woman's SUV to escape Florida woman, according to the report. Florida woman screamed and started pounding her fists on the SUV, and the woman's boyfriend backed out and drove away. Florida woman got into a nearby unoccupied car and followed the SUV down several streets and rammed the SUV from behind twice. Wow. We're like halfway through. We're not even... A driver of the SUV turned into an abandoned parking lot and law enforcement was called. Florida woman entered the parking lot after the call to law enforcement and sideswiped the SUV with her vehicle and left. After Florida woman left, a man flagged down the SUV and told the occupants that he was in the vehicle with Florida woman and tried to get her to stop before he jumped out. I guess it wasn't unoccupied after all. Florida woman rolled her vehicle just a few minutes later. Wow. On the way to Lake County Jail, Florida woman admitted that she was chasing her child's father and drove down that final street at speeds of 55 to 60 miles an hour in a 25 mile per hour zone. She was charged with 7 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, reckless driving, burglary with battery, trespassing, criminal mischief. I'm sure that was the biggest charge of all of them. Driving on a suspended license, I don't know what you call it when it's suspended 10 times, grand theft auto, and domestic battery. Wow. I've said it before and I will say it again. These Florida man and Florida woman stories, you think you've seen all of it. You think you've heard every possibility. You feel like that's it. You know where the bar is, and they continue to surprise you. This truly is the segment that keeps on giving. Oh, man. All right, then we have a second... the second story, Florida man. A Florida man is facing trespassing charges after security found him camping on Walt Disney World's Discovery Island. Yes, I've heard about this. So deputies were called in after Florida man was spotted on Disney's Discovery Island, which is currently closed to the public. Deputies searched for Florida man on foot, by helicopter, and by boat before making contact. When deputies told Florida man they had been using a loudspeaker to address him, he said he didn't hear him because he was sleeping inside one of the buildings on the island, which he referred to as a tropical paradise. That is false. We'll tell you about that after. Florida man told deputies he was not aware of the property was off limits and that he'd been camping there a few days and planned to stay for about a week. Discovery Island, which was a zoological attraction before Disney's Animal Kingdom Park opened, has been closed since 1999. Florida man was arrested and charged with trespassing on property and was also ordered not to return to any additional Walt Disney World properties. So, Discovery Island is something I just found out about. Actually, it might have been from this Florida man story. But you look into it, it is not a tropical paradise. At some point, I'm sure it probably was. I haven't actually gone through YouTube and checked for people's earlier footage. People got to have some footage from their home cameras and stuff like that. But so Discovery Island's this island in Bay Lake just outside of Magic Kingdom. And I'd always seen the island and I'm like, it's a big island. Man, they should do something with that. Apparently they did, even before I worked there on the college program, which was in 2001. So yeah, 1999 they closed it down. Before that, it was this wonderful wildlife place, and they had flamingos and all sorts of animals and an aviary that you could walk through and all sorts of really cool stuff. I guess you could take a boat over and enjoy it and come back. And when the Animal Kingdom was opening up, they decided, okay, we need to have all of our animal stuff over there. So they took, I assume, all the critters, although who knows, judging by what they did with the rest of this island, and just kind of moved it over to Animal Kingdom, and they just abandoned this island. And by abandoned, I mean no maintenance whatsoever. People just stopped going. Disney has made it so that nobody can go over there. None of the cast members, no guests, nobody, because it's a wreck. And there's been a couple times in which people have snuck onto the island and taken video and posted it onto YouTube. So if you search YouTube for Discovery Island recent footage, you'll actually see there was one from just a few years, maybe a decade or so after it closed, and you can tell it's beat up, it's run down. It's like all of the stuff is still there, all like the push carts and signs are there. There's offices with whiteboards and stuff like that. That's all kind of still there, but nature has taken over. Things have overgrown places. Things were starting to get knocked over, and then there had been, I think, a hurricane had come through then. But then even since then, we've had with Irma and everything, I mean, all sorts of stuff blew over. There's giant holes in buildings, doors and windows are just blasted and gone. There's, an office just full of spider webs, just all. It is by no means a tropical paradise. It is this overgrown, weird example of just nature taking back over after humans have left. So, Really interesting. Go ahead and feel free to check out more of that if you'd like. And, well, that's all I got for you this time for Florida Man. Now, if you listen closely, you can still hear Florida Man's call.
I got 99 problems, and they're all traffic violations. From today. That's how I roll.
Next up, we have a whole bunch of sodas that we need to get back to trying now. Well, luckily I had the assistance of the lovely and wonderful Jessie and Claire to help me out with these different sodas, because, I mean, you can pop a bottle, you can take a sip, or choose to drink the bottle if you want, but when you've got a whole heap of different bottles, you're either going to drink a whole lot and feel terrible, or you need some help. That way everybody can kind of pitch in. Plus, we get some really great reactions and opinions from Jessie and Claire as well. So let's take you to that. All right, welcome back. So now we're doing a little bit of catching up here because there's some fantastic people in my life that like to give me unique kinds of sodas because they've either seen me trying some different types of stuff, or maybe some of you have seen me go to the Sebring Soda Festival, to the World of Coke, and things like that. And so I'm starting to get this backlog of soda that's been handed to me that needs to be tasted, which, oh no, what a terrible thing to have happen. So we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4, who knows, if we do more than 4, you're not going to be mad, types of sodas to try here to catch up on. So we have a Jessie and Claire that are actually going to be here. Very excited to get everybody's kind of taste on stuff. So last time we did this, we did one of the dry sodas. It was the dry cucumber, which was not our favorite.
No.
We went back to the Fanta Pina Colada, which was good. And
Ooh, which we got more of.
oh yeah, but we're not going to subject you to us drinking it again. Although Claire's here, she hasn't tried it, but still.
We should.
Yes. So we're gonna go through those dry, and we have some other stuff afterwards. So we've got. I'm thinking. So yeah, that's another more of that clear soda. This is this dry, sparkling vanilla.
Now, I will confess here that I have had the vanilla and the next one that we're going to have, I think, depending on what order we do. I'm a fan of these sodas, but not everyone agrees with me. And there's at least 2 sodas here I have not tried.
So I'll do like a splash, like a couple swallows in each glass. And if you like it, then you're welcome to drink it. If you want more, you're welcome to go back for more.
And if we don't like it, we get to throw it in your face.
Well, actually, there's a plan for that too. If you don't like it, we have a nice big Harley Quinn Birds of Prey cup that it can be dumped into, so that we can move on to the other soda, depending on how you feel.
It's like the wine spit bucket they do at wine dinners.
It is, but Harley Quinn, so it's better.
Way better.
Yes.
All right, hand them over.
All right.
Thank you.
So, dry, sparkling vanilla.
Now, it does not taste like a cream. It does not smell like a cream soda. It doesn't have an intense smell at all. It's very mild.
I smell a little bit of vanilla, but not much.
I just spilled it all.
But how does it taste?
It mostly tastes very mildly carbonated. There's a tiny bit of vanilla. I would think of the dry sodas as a compromise between actual soda and like sparkling flavored water.
Yeah, I would more equate to the sparkling water than anything. I was about to say, it looks like, if I didn't know it better, it looks like sparkling water. Perhaps it...
This still has the bitterness, which I suppose is just sparkling water, but to me it has, oh god, I'm just remembering the cucumber, and it's just the unpleasantness of those two things combined.
This is way better.
Okay, now I've never had LaCroix. What is, I've heard that LaCroix faintly tastes like things, so...
we could have some LaCroix. We could pull that out
Yeah,
here
we
for
could.
science.
For you, yeah, we could do that.
I mean, because Jessie and I drink it on the regular, but you've
but
not
we've
been
never
subjected to it.
We've never been able to subject you to it, and now we can.
Okay, go grab me a LaCroix.
Sweet! In the meantime, what do you think about the sparkling vanilla?
I don't hate it as much as I did the cucumber.
I like it. I mean, it's not like my favorite of all time, but I like it. So, the reason that they're called dry sodas is because they have approximately half of the sugar that a normal soda has.
I was gonna say water. It's like it has about half the water of a traditional soda, so it's only filled halfway through. That's why it's dry.
The whole bottle is 16 grams of sugar. So when you consider that your standard Dr. Pepper is 34, 38, somewhere it's in the 30s. This is half of that.
I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not something that I enjoy drinking. Matt, you're gonna pound that down, huh?
Unless somebody else wants some more. In which case
I was
just
gonna
swallow
have
it.
some more.
Oh, you're welcome.
In this video, you'll have to cut this out.
Oh, well, there you go.
There we go.
And you got choices.
I
You
do.
have berry?
Berry and tangerine, which both sound nice. They sound pleasant. I think berry might be my favorite of the two, I assume, so.
See, I actually like the tangerine. I find the citruses tend to work a little better.
Oh, it's clear again. That makes me worrisome.
All right, so you're going to hate this.
Oh, no!
It's a taste.
You're
that
supposed to
grows
say
on
that,
you.
like, after I have it in my mouth. You're supposed to tell me I hate it.
Maybe I'm wrong. I've been
Everybody
wrong
tends
before.
to hate it at first, but once you drink more of it, you like it. Really, it's not that
Oh,
bad.
my God! You drink this for fun?
Yes. Because we hate joy.
It's not that bad. No, really?
Well, you empty out your cup and let me pour it in, or I'll just pour it in what you already got. But either way, you gotta make room for the next soda.
Well, no, it's fine. Fine. I thought you were gonna spit. That's why.
No.
I try your berry.
I don't want to try the berry.
Don't try the berry. You'll waste a perfectly good can. We can't
yes,
drink.
true.
We can't drink
Yes.
that.
No. Okay.
Ah.
Oh man, had I known it was going to be terrible, I would have chosen the berry because I think that would have been the least kind of terrible.
Nah, it wasn't worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I find that the citrus ones have, when you're getting used to drinking, because in my experience, drinking sparkling water is a process of acclimation, like all things of adulthood. Right? You have to wake up every morning and put on pants and go to work. You have to get used to it. There's an onboarding procedure. For sparkling water, there's an onboarding procedure. And the citrus ones are like that hint of lemon in the water when you get them in the restaurant, right? The lemon is in the water. And it's just a little bit of flavor. And it's not sweet.
Oh yeah, a little bit of flavor added to water, which is a pretty neutral palate, as opposed to adding just a little bit of flavor to bitter and terrible.
Well, that would be the carbonation.
Yes. I would, if there was that kind of flavoring to just like a flat water that didn't taste terrible, I'd probably be okay with it.
After a while, you start to like it. Really
You know
do.
what? There is a product that meets those specifications, and we will have to do another episode where I bring you some.
All right.
Because there is a product that will do that.
All right, we've got the, our next dry sparkling is lavender.
This one's my favorite.
It is?
It is absolutely my favorite. I found it at a
That's all I want right there. 'Cause, if I want more, I'll go back. For
little
more.
independent fish store in Portland, Oregon, which is so hipster. I can't believe I just said it, but it's true. They had some in a cooler, and it was a really brutally hot day. And I said, I have no idea what this is, but I love lavender. And I was addicted.
Ooh. The smell of it.
It does smell.
Oh, yeah. It
There-
smells like lavender.
It's probably gonna be the best part about it.
No, it's delicious.
That is less terrible. Oh, no, there it goes. There's.
It's okay. It's not like my favorite thing in the world, but I've been wanting to try lavender lemonade. So
I bet.
would,
lemonade's great.
I would bet like this mixed with some lemonade, that would be like a good like trade-off, because I hear lavender lemonade is really hard to make.
God, no, I wouldn't want to mix this with something. It's like.
No, the way to do lavender lemonade the easy way is to make lavender Earl Grey and mix it half and half, and then you have a lavender lemonade Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, but here, folks,
Uh,
I'll have to give that a try.
no more dry.
No more dry?
If you people are out there buying me soda, please don't dry me. Don't dry me. Yeah, no, don't buy the dry. I'm bitter dry. This is like, how'd you like to drink an entire bottle of Beverly but with just like a little bit of flavor. Like, that sounds great. No, it's terrible. No.
It's not
I
like
actually
Beverly
really
at
like
all.
this.
Same thing.
I actually like this one pretty good.
It's less terrible than Beverly, but that's like...
Well, you have one more dry to taste.
I know.
Do
I'm
you want
aware.
to take a brief digression
No.
into something else that might be terrible?
Oh,
I know that
God.
one's gonna be terrible.
That one?
It might
Yeah.
not be.
Really?
I bought it.
I don't think...
I'm responsible for that one, I'm pretty sure. I think I found it at a Home Goods, which is either great or terrible, depending.
I think I've had it before. That's why I think I know it's gonna be pretty bad.
Oh, you've had it before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. Oh, that's right. I think we did
I
have
can't
it before, but we didn't know if it had, like, gone bad. Excuse me. Which, who knows? If it went bad, yay. We were drinking expired soda, don't know. Or it was perfectly fine and we didn't like it and we're just going to drink it again, which we'll see. All right.
Science, repeatability.
Yes.
The thing about these soda tastings is I feel full very quickly.
I feel like I need something positive in my life, after all this.
You got me, baby.
We do, yes.
And you got
Absolutely,
Claire.
Yes, we do have some fantastic people in my life.
And I've heard a rumor there's butterbeer soda in the fridge.
There is. We have tried it before and it is good. I mean, if we need
It's
to,
delicious.
we might have
it's
to.
not just good.
Oh no, it's great.
delicious.
That's why we specifically went out and bought it. Fuji apple.
Now, this is the one I haven't had at the dries.
Yeah, but you like this stuff, so this is going to be no fun.
He wants to see you suffer.
Well, I mean, I just want people to suffer as much as I am.
Oh, wow. You might.
Might? Yeah?
You might.
I mean, I do. I
oh
like.
my gosh, this is like, at least the nose of it is like apple.
I
like,
love me
you
some apple
bit
stuff,
into an apple, and now you are inhaling that fresh apple.
which is doctors do not recommend. Oh,
That's-
Jessie tried it. She didn't seem to
Yeah,
like
I
it.
did. Well, you made your comment right as I was.
That's not a flavor. It's all smell, no flavor.
Really?
Where's the flavor?
I think I'm getting it.
It's like this, but toned down.
It's very mild.
It's like the. I said this. It's like the LaCroix tangerine, but like dialed down a lot.
I think either I'm actually getting the flavor and enjoying this.
Ugh. Oh, something hit me bad.
I mean, either that or my taste buds. Either that or my taste buds have Stockholm syndrome. This is
Entirely possible. I mean, the smell is really apple. It's very apple.
I know. I taste the apple. There's that little bit of terrible at the end, but of those three, this is I like this one best.
This is like when you're trying to like something desperately, and you just can't.
It's missing the pectin.
The peptin.
Well, when you eat an apple or when you have apple juice, pectin is part of what is in apples. It's a binding agent. They use it to make jams and stuff. And so part of what makes apple juice so thick is the pectin. Not the pulp. Even if you filter it, the pectin is still in there. And it's a binder. This has no pectin in it. And therefore, it is behaving differently on my tongue than any kind of apple anything ever, except for that weird apple hard candy.
Have we mentioned that
Apple hard
Claire
candy.
is a librarian? She knows many things.
I am a font of useless and useful information.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a, I don't know, I was somewhere up north and there was one of those apple, don't stir it.
Don't stir it?
Don't stir it. You don't want that sediment on the bottom. It tastes funky.
Oh, maybe that's what we did last time because I'm pretty sure I mixed it up.
Did we check the expiration date?
Is there an expiration? I mean, it's still fairly...
It's a soda that settles, and I already don't like it.
Well, it's not quite
there it is.
a soda.
Oh.
Oh, Best Buy. Well, it won't kill us. Maybe.
Last year.
Oh,
A year ago.
yeah, yeah. We wait a few days. We wait about a week, and it'll be just a year ago. Oh, why not? We only live once.
That's you. I'm not. I'll switch to something good. All right, so here's something we absolutely... Yeah, this is the first time that we're doing a soda tasting of Don't Try This at Home.
Are we gonna go for it?
Well, I ain't, but apparently Jessie might.
Oh hell, if Jesse's gonna do it, I'll do it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Which means we're
come on,
solidarity.
Rich. Come on, Rich. Just the
Like the last few, maybe. All right.
just a tiny.
So this is Fentiman's Botanically Brewed Traditional Sparkling Lime and Jasmine. Lime flower and selected botanicals, which sounds cool. Sounds nice. Yeah, it's got this funk. I could...
Sediment.
Yes. If you're feeling sentimental, you could drink it. There's this stuff in the bottom that's...
Now, the thing about Fentimans is that their shtick is that they make old-fashioned soda. Whoa! We might not drink that. Nope. Safe word. No. Somebody else has to smell that. We're not going to drink it. Just smell it.
Oh, holy! You smell it.
What is it, like 200 proof?
No, it's a...
I don't...
Did it all off gas into both of our nostrils? Nope, it's still there. So Fentiman's shtick is that they make these really traditional sodas out of mostly botanical ingredients. If you're gonna try one, probably check the expiration date.
Make sure it didn't expire last year. This is June 28th, 2019.
It's possible that I bought it expired because Marshall's.
Yeah, it is from Marshall's.
It is from Marshall's.
When you buy soda from a shoe store, that's...
It's not a shoe store.
It's like a weird discount store. Everything ends up at Marshall's eventually. Yeah, so I'm not that brave.
No.
There's a rosewater one that Fentimans makes that is a unique experience, but I would recommend it as an experience. Fentimans fills a kind of weird little niche. Anyway, when several of my friends got pregnant and could no longer drink beer, they wanted something that had that vaguely fermented taste but had zero alcohol content, and Fentimans, especially the weirder flavors, apparently fit that bill perfectly when it hadn't skunked in the bottle.
Wait. There's a favorite part of doing this.
Oh, there is?
Is when you take it off and it's got that
the
mist.
fog.
The
Okay.
little
So
fog.
yeah, we're gonna hit up the this. It's butterbeer. I mean, it's not butterbeer, but it tastes exactly like the butterbeer at like Universal Studios. So this is Flying Cauldron Butterscotch beer, butterscotch cream soda, non-alcoholic. It tastes just like it. It's great. It's very clearly themed for geekery.
You can find it at Publix for those of you in Florida and some parts of Georgia.
So yeah, some Publix. There's a Publix across the street from us that does not carry it, but there's a Publix like in our deep backyard that does have it, and this is where we actually got these. So I mean, we'll see. I don't know if you'll be able to see any of this wonderfulness. It's got a little bit of a fog. Sometimes you'll get.
I'm gonna keep making time with this lavender.
No. Have you had this?
Oh,
You've
yeah,
tried
I've
it?
had
Okay.
that.
All right.
She introduced me to it.
I believe it, actually. So Claire used to live down the street from the soda shop that hosts the Sebring Soda Festival, so she's partly at fault for introducing me to so many different kinds of interesting sodas.
I'll take that fault.
This is going to be so much better.
And delicious.
But yes, another time we
Yes.
will be trying Hint Water, which is a flavored water that is flat and is actually delicious.
I believe maybe half of that.
Which half?
So if you're ever
Though we'll
missing
trying.
Universal's butterbeer,
Yeah.
this is a great little alternative
Yeah,
for
not-
half the price.
Not quite as thick, yeah.
No.
But and it doesn't have like the cream on top. It doesn't have the butterscotch cream on top, but it's a reasonable facsimile, I think.
Though, if you are craving the cream topping and you would like a reasonable facsimile, Cool Whip plus butterscotch extract. Yep. You put a little bit into Cool Whip and you mix it up, and it's not quite right, but it's not far off.
Another not quite right, but not far off alternative is Starbucks. There's
Yes.
a recipe you could go to Starbucks
Off
with.
the secret menu.
I'm sure if you Google Starbucks butterbeer, you'll find it. You'll tell them what the barista says. I went in and I started telling them like, "Oh, you want butterbeer?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Only there is a Starbucks at the City Walk at Universal. And if you ask them for butterbeer, they go, "No, we don't have anything like that. We don't. Oh, I can't." You're like, "Oh, really? Because the recipe is. Oh, you want that recipe? It's a very popular recipe for something that has no name. Yeah, we can make that for you." I think there's like the Universal, like their bosses back there with like a sniper just waiting for them to say, "We have official butterbeer." So,
Yeah, it sounds like them.
yeah.
This is absolutely delicious.
It is. It is way better. It is much more pleasant. I feel like Mad Max Thunderdome is going on in my stomach right now. This.
Oh.
4 sodas enter. Everyone leaves.
We almost got the soda out my nose on camera there. Woo!
Oh.
Now, I still say if you like drinking a flower, you could absolutely do worse than the dry lavender.
I will also agree. The dry lavender wasn't bad. I drank that, so I didn't think it was bad. I did not like the Fuji apple. I liked the vanilla. And, of course, butterbeer.
If you like drinking a flower. Kind of almost makes you think of years ago we went to I think it was the Food and Wine Festival. Either that or it was the Flower and Garden Festival. And there was like frozen lemonade, but it was this, might have been lavender.
I think it was lavender lemonade.
Yeah, it had
Slush.
just yes, it was like a frozen kind of lemonade slush, and it had some of the lavender in there, so it had that really nice color. And then they even took like 1 or 2 of the flowers and like dropped it on top, and it was
So cute.
really nice. It was really good. I would like to drink or try more lavender flavored things that wasn't just like emulsified in garbage.
And it's supposed to, lavender itself is supposed to be really stress relieving. It helps with anxiety.
I have a lavender pound cake recipe.
Yes! Next time, here on Rich Does a Thing, we'll be cooking with Claire.
I'll have to find some dried lavender. 'Cause I
We'll be
think I'm out.
cooking with Claire after we find dry lavender. Yeah. Oh, what producers? We're absolutely doing that? Yes.
I would
Oh,
very.
you hear them?
Yeah.
You heard them, right?
There seems to be some arm twisting going on over here. Just end the show and I'll
Yeah,
find the
yeah,
recipe.
yeah.
It'll be fine.
Like to very.
No, I can make. Yeah, no, absolutely. I can make pound cake. It'll be fine.
On that note, thank you very much for Jessie and Claire for coming for this episode of Rich Has a Thing, for all this soda tasting. The last bit was fine and a little funny. So we'll see you next time. Bye! That was a thing. That was a thing. That was absolutely a thing. There was a lot of flavors going on that night. A lot of things that were tasted and felt, and I gotta say, maybe it was that combination of things. You know, I told you that there was like Thunderdome going on in my stomach. There was Thunderdome going on in my stomach, and at the end of that night, kind of all of us didn't feel all that great from trying all those different things. So I don't know if it was the combination of all those things. I still think the dry sodas suck, but I haven't tried them before, so they seem to like it, mostly. Yeah. Well, that leads us to the final segment. That's right. You've been waiting for it. The Burning the Match Heads. So yeah, we got the container with $100,000 and all the match heads sitting in the that wonderful tin. We took that outside because we're not stupid, and we tried to get as much safety stuff as we could to make sure nothing got burned or melted or whatever that wasn't supposed to, and we decided to light it up. So how about we show you what it looks like when you burn a couple hundred match heads all piled together. Alright, let's get this video started. Okay, so there's the tin, the $100,000 tin with a couple hundred match heads in there. We got the light going in, trying to keep a safe distance as much as possible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's really cool to see the fire just like shooting out of the top of there. like a, I don't know, it's not exactly like a fireworks, but it is kind of a cool pyrotechnic display. Now, this ended up burning for another couple minutes after that. The nice thing about having that tin is that if we really wanted to, especially if things were going very poorly, we could flip the lid on that, and that would just snuff out the fire, which is cool. But, I mean, we had all the safety stuff. We had, water and stuff nearby, so we just let that burn out. And, yeah, it was pretty darn cool. So that's what it looks like when you burn a couple of hundred match heads in a little tin. I saved the tin, and there's a part of me that wants to like gather even more of them, but then you have to buy them, and then you have to cut them, and then you have to, I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed doing it. And thank you. That concludes this episode of Rich Does a Thing. So another note, so I would like to thank you. We are precisely one episode deep after even starting our Patreon, and we've already got some patrons going. So thank you very much. That is really exciting. I've already shot out the letter. So you get access to our monthly letter. No matter what tier you're on, I send out a monthly letter, and that's already been sent out. So thank you to everybody that's done that, and you have access to that right now. So yes, check us out at Rich Does a Thing on Patreon. Please and thank you. You get some special access to a lot of really cool things. Of course, check us out, Rich Does a Thing, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Dasher, on Donner, on Comet, on Blitzen, on on everything. richdoesathing.com. Of course, again, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, please send it on in to rich@richdoesathing.com. Maybe we will address that in a mailbag segment coming up. And until next time, stay well, be awesome, and I'll see you next time.